Fresh food or frozen food, which do you think is healthier? It's a question that has stirred up many kitchen debates. Is the vibrant, crisp produce from the market aisle superior? Or does the convenience-packed, long-lasting frozen food hold its own in terms of nutrition? Today we're going to delve into this matter. We'll explore the health benefits and drawbacks of both fresh and frozen food, backed by science. So, are you ready to have your preconceptions challenged? Let's see if your guess matches the facts. Firstly, let's delve into the world of fresh food. Freshness is often associated with health and vitality, and rightly so. The crunch of a freshly harvested apple, the vibrant colors of a garden salad, the aroma of a ripe peach. These sensory delights are not just pleasing to our senses, they are indicative of the nutritional richness within. Fresh food in its unprocessed state is a powerhouse of nutrients. It lacks the added sugars and preservatives that are often found in processed foods. This means that what you're consuming is pure, unadulterated nourishment. The vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients that fresh food contains are in their most bioavailable form, ready to be absorbed and used by your body. But while the allure of fresh food is undeniable, it's also important to bear in mind that it's not always the superhero it's made out to be. The nutrient content of fresh food can begin to deteriorate from the moment it's harvested. The more time that passes before you consume it, the more nutrients it loses. For instance, a fresh spinach leaf can lose up to 75% of its vitamin C content within a week of being picked. Transportation and storage only exacerbate this problem. The time it takes for produce to go from farm to table can be lengthy, and during this period, fruits and vegetables are often exposed to heat, light, and oxygen, all of which can contribute to nutrient loss. So while that apple may look crisp and juicy, it might not be as nutrient-dense as it was when it was first picked. Then there's the issue of seasonality. Fresh produce is at its peak in terms of nutrient content when it's in season. But in today's globalized world, we've become accustomed to having all types of fruits and vegetables available year-round. This means that out-of-season produce is often shipped from far-off places, further increasing the time from harvest to consumption. While fresh food has its benefits, it's not always the healthiest choice. Now, onto frozen food. There's a common misconception that frozen food is less nutritious than fresh food. However, in reality, freezing can actually help retain the nutrient content of foods, especially if they're frozen immediately after harvest. This is because the freezing process can effectively lock in the nutrients, preventing them from degrading over time. For instance, let's consider vegetables. They are often harvested at their peak ripeness and then flash frozen within a few hours. This rapid freezing process preserves the nutrients in the vegetables, ensuring that the frozen product you buy might be nutritionally similar, if not superior, to its fresh counterpart. But it's not all rosy in the world of frozen foods. While they can be a boon for those who want to have nutritious food at their fingertips, they can also come with added sugars and preservatives. These additives are often introduced to enhance the taste and extend the shelf life of the products, but they can also contribute to health issues such as obesity and heart disease if consumed in large quantities. Furthermore, not all frozen foods are created equal. For example, a frozen pizza loaded with processed meats and cheese can't compare nutritionally to a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. So, when you're shopping in the frozen food aisle, it's crucial to read the labels and choose products that are as close to their natural state as possible. Frozen food also offers the convenience of having a variety of fruits and vegetables available year-round, regardless of the season. This can be particularly beneficial for those living in areas where fresh produce is not always readily available. In conclusion, while frozen food can be a convenient and nutritious option, it's essential to be mindful of the added sugars and preservatives that some frozen products may contain. Frozen food also has its pros and cons, making the choice between fresh and frozen food more complex than you might think. Now that we've looked at both fresh and frozen food, let's compare them. Both fresh and frozen foods have their own unique sets of benefits and drawbacks, and understanding these can help us make more informed choices about our diets. Let's start with fresh food. There's no denying the appeal of a crisp apple or a bunch of vibrant leafy greens. Fresh food, particularly fruits and vegetables, often has a higher water content, which can help keep us hydrated. Additionally, they don't usually contain any added sugars or preservatives, which is a definite plus. However, it's important to remember that fresh foods can lose nutrients over time. This is particularly true if they're stored for long periods or not stored correctly. Now let's swing over to the frozen food aisle. Frozen food, contrary to what some may believe, can actually retain more nutrients than fresh food. This is because freezing preserves food at its peak freshness, locking in vitamins and minerals. So, if you're buying frozen fruits and vegetables, you might actually be getting more nutrients than you would from their fresh counterparts. However, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Frozen food often contains added sugars and preservatives, which can be a downside for those watching their sugar intake or looking to eat clean. What does this all mean? Well, the reality is that both fresh and frozen foods have a place in a balanced, healthy diet. Fresh food offers hydration and is usually free from added sugars and preservatives, while frozen food can provide higher nutrient content, especially when it comes to fruits and vegetables. But it's essential to read labels and choose frozen foods with minimal added sugars and preservatives. In the end, it's all about balance and making choices that suit your individual dietary needs and lifestyle. As you can see, neither fresh nor frozen food is clearly better than the other. So, fresh or frozen, which is healthier? An intriguing question, isn't it? We've taken a deep dive into the world of fresh and frozen foods throughout this video, unraveling their respective facts and stacking them against each other. On one hand, we have fresh food, straight from the farm to your table, packed with nutrients at their peak. However, their nutrient value can diminish over time, especially if not consumed immediately. On the other hand, we have frozen food, picked at the peak of freshness and then flash frozen. This process locks in the nutrients, ensuring they remain intact until you're ready to eat. But beware, as some frozen foods can contain added sugars and preservatives. Yet, there's no clear-cut answer to our question. Both fresh and frozen foods have their own unique benefits and drawbacks. The healthiest choice? Well, it depends on a variety of factors. Are you planning to eat the food soon or store it for later use? Are you trying to avoid added sugars and preservatives? Consider these factors and make an informed decision based on your personal needs, dietary restrictions, and lifestyle. After all, what's healthiest for one person might not be the same for another. Remember, the healthiest choice is the one that's best for your body and lifestyle. So, whether it's fresh or frozen, choose wisely and let your food be your medicine.